I'm Aisha from Hidden Remote. It's so nice to meet you guys. Congratulations on the wonderful show. It's so fun. I really enjoyed the first 5 episodes that I got. So
Yay,
amazing job.
Aisha. Thank you.
Marissa, we'll start with you. It's the same question for both of you guys, but Marissa, if you'd like to start, each girl has her own reason to, become a pink lady. So I guess what does the pink ladies represent for Jane?
Oh man, for Jane, it's like people that finally want to listen to her and support her. She was very supported by the Pinks and very like guided. Like she's a natural born leader, but she also like wouldn't be who she is without the Pink ladies,
Yeah,
I think.
I think for Olivia, it's the Pinks are just they let her be herself. I feel like a lot of people look at her and are like, it's very just the outside of her and not who she really is. And so finally, she finds people who can just let her be herself and have fun and get over all that.
Stop listening to the haters.
Yeah.
That definitely comes across. Okay, are there any teases, like little Easter eggs from the original movie that you can tease for fans? I'm thinking of one in specific, but
Well,
I think people will be pleasantly surprised when they watch the first couple episodes, and I think they'll be happy about it.
yes, yeah,
I think that's all we can really say.
I think so too.
There's a lot of little Easter eggs throughout the whole series, though. So like,
that are worth like picking up.
yeah,
yeah, and that things that we are still finding to this day.
yeah,
yeah, you definitely have to be paying attention.
yeah.
Awesome. So I really love how the show starts off with Grease is the word. I thought that was so fun, just the music and the choreography and how it introduced your characters. I know, filming isn't always it films out of order, but was that the first scene that you guys filmed?
No, it actually took that Grease is the word, but because of schedule and location, all of that actually happened to be shot like mid-season.
Yeah.
For us, so we had to like go back in time.
And some pieces were filmed like even months later.
Yes.
Like we filmed it, we thought it was done, and then there was pieces that like, oh wait, we've got this, we've got that, or not forgot, but like
I actually
gotta get this.
Yeah, I think the only song that we shot in order that we did from top to bottom was Good Girl Act, right?
Yeah.
Because at one point at the very end, we did a big wide shot with the camera and they go, all right, from the top, we're not going to stop you. And that was just sequentially something that we could do with that song.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
Yeah.
Got it. So what was it like for you though, because it's kind of an adaptation. It's paying homage to the original, but it's kind of the show's own take on it. So what was that like for you guys?
Oh man, it's for a new generation. The little nods are sprinkled in there for the generation that fell in love with it, and we get to introduce this world and these new characters to a new generation.
Yeah.
Which is a big honor and responsibility. But I'm so certain with the characters that Annabelle has created that they've taken so much time to create this depth of very specific experiences that I think, like you've been saying, everyone's gonna be able to watch and be like, oh, I feel that way, or like I am this character, or I know somebody that's like this character, and therefore I understand them a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right, just real quick, Team Buddy or Team Richie?
Oh my God, Team Pinks.
Team Pink. I mean, Richie's my brother, so like,
yeah.
But
you have to choose
talk
him.
about that. Like, are you okay with that? We still haven't talked about it.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get the silent treatment later.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Congrats again on the show. So my first question is, both of you guys have a theater background and the show is kind of like very big and theatrical. So what was it like to kind of do theater on a set? And Trisha, if you'd like to start.
Sure. I mean, I feel like most of us have trained our entire lives for this moment. So it's really special to be able to share all of those skills with the world, and also in a world that is so iconic and nostalgic, which is a lot of responsibility, but we take a lot of pride in that. And to even get the opportunity to do something like this on screen is even extra special, because I feel like we don't see a lot of musicals and musical series. So it's really nice to be on set with everyone and to get to to sing and dance and have a party every day.
It was also just like a huge shock. Like I went to school for musical theater, so I sort of learned to deliver lines to the back of the audience and sort of like keep the whole wide angle in view. And then we get on set and it's like the camera's like 4 inches from your face. It's like it, you know, I feel like you can sort of see throughout the series that I sort of learned how to be on camera, which is honestly really, it's really fun. It's like it was a huge challenge. I mean, you know, the scale of musical theater and Greece generally is so big. There's so much to fit, but our frames are nice and wide, so you can fit a lot in there. It's and I feel like our show sort of bridges the perfect meld of TV and like the campiness of that musical theater can be.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. So for each of the girls, you know, the pink ladies represent something different. So for each of your characters, can you kind of talk to me a little bit more about that and what, you know, the pink ladies represents for Cynthia, for example, and then Nancy?
Yes, Cynthia, we find her in the beginning of the series trying to fit in with the T-Birds. She's friends with them, she loves them, she pals around with them every day. And she really wants to be a T-Bird and she wants to find that community. She doesn't really fit in with what is expected of young women in the 1950s. And she loves the way that the T-Birds and their gang really stand up for each other. They're like really there for each other all the time. So she wants to be a part of that and they reject her. And so she's sort of back to square one, feeling like no one sees her. She doesn't fit in anywhere. And then she meets this group of outcasts, the other pink ladies that become the other pink ladies. And then the rest of the series is trying to figure out where you fit in, and how you stand out and how you can still love each other despite your differences.
Yeah. We find Nancy at the beginning with her friends, and she's got 2 best friends from childhood, and they've always grown up together, the 3 Musketeers. But both of her friends now have boyfriends, and Nancy is not interested in that. That's just not her priority. Her priority is becoming a famous fashion designer, and that is just not seen as okay. She's trying to stand out. She's ahead of her time in her fashion and in her thinking, and her friends don't support her. They don't accept her. She gets dumped by them immediately in the first episode. And so she's left alone with no friends at all. And then she finds these pinks who are standing up for something and who are embracing the fact that they're different. Mm-hmm. And these people support her for who she is, and she can be true to herself and have the support of her friends around her. So it's a camaraderie, it's a sisterhood, it's about standing up for other people, it's about loving each other. Mm-hmm. It's so much.